So the draw pile has the Bloodworm and 2 pillars in it. One of those I want, one of those I don't. Oh, wow. Rough. Hey, Maxwell. Good to see you, bud. Let's do that reduction there. Got the stun on the Perverted Life Force. Don't have to worry about its output this turn. I worry, do I activate the Blood Golem, give it 10 extra HP? So, and then we'll use the Wooden Flute at the end, and turn. That definitely felt appropriate. So Ritual is an activation of a minion. We've got the Blood Abomination there already. I clearly desperately need damage this turn. It's like summoning the Blood Fae and then eating it is pretty good. Summon. Nomp, chomp, chomp. Activate you for your giant AoE damage. And then you activate automatically at the end of the turn as well. Whew. Grat says, so I linked your first video on Storybook Brawl to my best friend. His immediate reply, oh no, the last time you linked me a video with Rhapsody, I lost a good 50 plus hours of my life, especially considering it's a Storybook Brawl video. Unfortunately, that is not going to repeat itself. Instead, it is going to be 150 hours, because that's just how that do. Not necessarily cursed, typically, but maybe while I'm doing sponsored content, possibly. The question there being, is it considered bad taste to ask about a different game while one is being streamed? Arcane Shield, I don't really care about my barrier. Activate all minions on Blood Rush isn't bad. But I only really care about activating one minion multiple times rather than activating all of them. Uncontrolled development, promote a random minion and activate it. Promotes being randomly targeted is actually really negative for us, because if promote goes on the wrong target, it will actually pop it, because if you promote beyond level 4, you trigger the overcharge and then lose the minion. So we'll skip. Start every combat with 2 extra energy is nice. All Bloodworms are promoted after being summoned, also pretty good. After summoning, activate the summoned minion. Oh, that's just down to a timing issue. Slipways with Orbital Potato specifically. That's just down to a timing issue. Both of us are pretty busy boys at the moment, and in particular, I'll mention this as well, because it's also relevant on YouTube for a lot of things. In particular, we move opposite directions when daylight savings times happens. So half of the year, we are way more in sync, and then the other half of the year, we've both moved out of directions, and then we're kind of almost completely opposite in waking schedule. After summoning, activate the summoned minion. The problem, do I really care about that? Because I summon an abomination and it does very little anything. I care about it for a worm, I guess, basically. Power Siphon giving us the ability to try and play out all of our cards in the first turn could be pretty good as well. You know what? Power Siphon. Let's do it.
All Mother's shrines were a common sight across Avalon. Despite their grim existence, settlers were grateful to the goddess, and they had good reason to be. For every 10 people who set sail for Avalon, only 4 would reach the island, and only 1 or 2 would survive the first year. The shrine has faint traces of power lingering in the air. A priestess materializes out of the weirdness and asks what it is that you're looking for.
Perform a ritual, the invisible sun.
You feel a strange power rising around you. Is that a faint glow over the altar, or is it just a trick of the light?
So the blessing card here is definitely health. Healing here is definitely health. Robbing the shrine will give us... So this doesn't even tell me right now, but I think this gives you a curse, right? But the curse is... What is the curse exactly? The curse is you can't heal, right? The curse is you can't... Wait, no, but if you can't heal from this curse... actually prevents us from being able to... Oh no. If it prevents us from being able to get the health at the end of the fight, then it actually kills us. Uncertainty about that means I think I have to take the healing. Appreciate the update, Maxwell. I haven't responded to it yet, but I am keen. Keen as a big old bean. That's 7 hours ago from now. Currently it's 2 p.m. So 5 hours prior to 12. So I'd have to be up at 7. I might be able to catch a bit of it. Let's ask for healing, just because I think the other options kind of wreck us.
Her hands on your chest. You feel a wrenching pain as your body heals much faster than is comfortable. It's hard to get used to this sensation.
Got 20 health. Catch around Malakry. Okay. So we go as far as we can down this way. We'll take the treasure chest. I will pop 2 wad. I will pop 2 wad candles before we go in here. Use the number 1 button to do that. Great. It's gonna be a good time. That's a lot of AoE, and that is a blood abomination in our opening hand. But we need to science. I'm happy to science when the science won't kill me if I'm wrong about the science. Blood abomination. It's gonna summon just itself. Promote. Protect a different target. Strong attack, strong attack. Ally and buff. Okay. I think we're all good. Deals a hit for significant damage as well. Let's go Blood A-Bomb. Oh, we also get the extra energy on turn 1 now. Let's go. Blood Worm can go out as well, if that's going to be the case. Promote the A-Bomb, obviously, though. Gain 100% damage extra next turn. I think next turn's probably going to be our execution turn. God, do I think it's going to be an execution turn. So this middle enemy is the Soul Harvester. They drain HP from their allies. They get stronger when they die. Get stronger when their allies die, that is. And replaces them with summons. Oh man, I wish I had the ability to level up right now. One more promote. Just give me the promotion. If I could promote the Blood A-Bomb, we'd be in a good position. Oh, well. I guess I'm okay just activating it a bunch of times this turn. And then sacrifice is huge as well. Maybe I get rid of the Bloodworm. Yeah. It's a lot. And then I'm going to use Wooden Flute to try and remove a lot of the damage that was about to come in. So now I need to focus very heavily on that Soul Harvester. We obviously need to use the area of effect hits like that. Do they propagate damage back to the Soul Harvester? Yes, they must. because of what just happened. Huh, weird. I didn't think they did that. Good fight. So it looks like that might be part of the rebalancing that was mentioned in the patch notes as well.
You found what was protected when you filled your pockets up to the brim with gold. 3 ethereal chests materialize in front of you. Bringing your hand towards one of them causes the others to shimmer and blur.
Interesting. Something I just realized. Oh, 30 max HP. 30 max HP is insane for us, is absurd for us. I want to get damage, but it's max HP, baby. Because we heal back to that full HP value at the end of the fight anyway, so max HP was always going to be the option there. It's just unfortunate because I did want to try and get the damage. Ramp up a lot faster. Right, pack of enemies. What do you got? Tainted Force, reduce cost of random card by 1 next turn, or reduce the enemy's damage. You know, the damage they're doing this turn. Okay. Blood prep for a draw, I think, here. Blood Golem, probably don't care about that. Let's get the Blood Fey, the Blood Abomination out. You're level 1. You grant ultimate charges equal to your level. So if I play this, I get 2 levels of ultimate charge every single time I do it. I don't really care about that much. Instead, I think I'm actually going to pop the Blood Fey this turn. We're going to go AoE attack. AoE attack. This is now on 8, so it'll do its second charge for 200%. Blood Fey now gives us all 100% extra damage for 2 turns. Next turn, I'm going to use the Abomination to just execute enemies. They didn't used to, but that fight was almost an auto lose to worm focus runs because of the random targeting. I'm really glad that things like that have been adjusted, because the random targeting, being able to target enemies that can't take damage in instances where some of your runs can have only randomly targeted damage, felt like it was an edge case that you had to start planning around. So things like that being found and addressed is deeply intriguing to me. So I got my sick promo. And then at the start of the next turn, it does a giant AoE. But I'm gonna have to find an out again. Well, I say out. We're in a good position. Not really looking for outs as much as the way to win. How to do it. Ah, yes, the damage. The damage specifically chosen for Rhapsody. The damage for Rhapsody. Do you have it?
The woman inspects you carefully, her old, tired eyes contradicting her youthful face.
Do you know me? Have you shaped me out of the weirdness, or have I just created you?
She carries all the equipment you'd expect of a traveling witch, but she speaks in a soft, courtly manner. She also seems to know more about weirdness than you do, and traverses it without a weird candle.
Best character in the game, by the by. Who are you?
I was traveling from the colony to Mangrove Huddle when the storm of weirdness overtook me. I wandered among ghosts and echoes until my feet were sore, until I found you.
Colony? Mangrove Huddle? You've never heard of such places.
I'm growing more and more certain you're not real. Can you pinch yourself? Do you feel pain?
Join us in the village.
She listens to your invitation with patient condescension.
You say you have a menhir. How silly. You can own an item or a piece of rock, but not a being of weirdstone. I have a better idea. I'll invite you to my village. But first, I'll need proof that you're real.
Oh, the delivery of every single one of these lines is
I know
incredible.
there is a man out there, wandering with a fading candle. He's desperate for light, yet he doesn't know that there is no light that could guide him back home. First, find him, and help him realize this simple truth. And then, when he's broken, guide him to his real destination.
She starts rummaging for something in her possessions.
Oh, and take this. It might come in handy. Maybe. Someday.
Could you help me hone my skills?
What could it be that you think you need? I have to warn you that nothing is free here.
Oh no! I think if I cast I Need to Forget and remove 5 cards from the deck, I'm going to die. What were the modifiers for this run? Does anyone remember exactly if it said that I can't heal out of battle? Or is it I just can't heal in battle? Because if I can use the health potions after this, then this is incredible. If I can't, then I immediately need to leave. You cannot heal. No. I want it so bad. The witch takes max HP now? Wait, what? She does. That's way too much. I can't do that. You can have 10 of my health. I'm gonna grow stronger. Oh, damage. Nice. I'll take it. We'll scale faster. Okay, and that's a full complete of this area. Let's go. Legendary encounter. I need to buff the torch before we go in this bad boy. Yeah, the golems are going to be doing a lot of damage. I think I might actually hit that torch. Treasure? I got the treasure. I took the treasure. Right? No, I took the treasure. Hero sound. I've done that before, but I took the treasure here. I'm almost entirely certain. Probably. I think. Okay. Crumbling stones can spawn another enemy in a bunch of hits. Overwhelm deals more damage for each other enemy alive. You intend to attack and buff. Reduce your armor of all enemies by 25 until the end of combat. That is a huge hit. Brother. I'm gonna use blood prep, see if I get the... I didn't get the worm, unfortunately. Let's go blood A-bomb into 2 killers. Let's reduce the armor of all enemies until the end of combat as well. And then I will promote... I guess promote and then ritual as well. Do an AoE hit here. Do I have a reason to want to pop my ability on someone? Overcharge heals all allies? That's not going to work on us. We get another target off the field and it would give me an energy for next turn. I don't think I care about that as much. Risk. Stun the golem, lose 10 armor until the end of combat. Unfortunately, my armor loss will propagate to my other allies, so I prefer not to do that where possible here. It's a lot of damage, though. think I do need to eat someone with Blood Mage this turn. It's probably the Blood Golem that's had the most damage applied to it. Do that and then play the Blood Worm and promote it. Needs to start getting some AoE removal on board. Hopefully you are considered the first target on the field, so I'll give you the extra armor. Off a draw from the deck. Stun you. Honestly, no. I want you to continue hitting. I also definitely don't want to lose my own armor here. It's all good. Sleep well, Kronos. Thank you very much for tuning in. Also, thank you for the subscription. Didn't shout it out at the time. Was going to do at the end of the segment, but if you're leaving now, catch you around next time. Perfect. So paralysis for the ability to stun the golem as well as reduce its armor by 25 until the end of combat is huge here still. The ritual on that blood abomination is also huge. Okay. We'll stun the golem, and then we're just going to use ritual 2 times on the abomination, who's doing mad damage at this point. And then you overcharge at the start of the next turn as well. There you go. You do your overcharge, attack, nice. Now they've only got 1 target down on the board except for the Awaken Golem. We've got Seize the Opportunity. We picked up a special hit for 12 to 8 damage. I'm going to use that to remove, or both of these, to remove the stone over there. And now it's all about trying to get the Bloodworm to attack as many times as possible. Get as much armor reduction off. We're about to lose a lot of units next turn as well. I gotta be careful about that. Wait, hang on. 35, 17 point. Dang. Okay, we're not gonna be able to get to non-offering for a while, unfortunately. How many new hits? 5 new hits on you? So you're going to be respawning someone this turn? Do I care about getting a Blood Fae out on the board? Yes, but exclusively to then offer it. Awkward. Should have done that earlier if I was going to do that, to be clear. Okay, it promotes at the start of the next turn, right? Yes. So when it promotes at the start of the next turn, then it will flow over. I'm not going to play another card. I can't afford to. Like, I currently only have 22 more card plays in this fight, maximum. Everyone's leveled up and disappeared. At least I did get a Blood Golem. That and paralysis. Blood Golem, we paralysis the Golem. Yep, this is starting to look pretty dicey. Now we've got low reserves active, so I can play things that offer without losing as much HP. But I can't play it. have to blood prep to draw something. Please stop giving me the worst minion. Oh boy. Alright, we'll play a Blood Fae. I think I'm also gonna eat the Blood Fae with Blood Mage Offering. I'm gonna stun the Golem this turn as well. I wish I could do anything else this turn. Pop the wooden flute. Oh boy. You are kidding me. Please give me some of my aggression cards. I need some. Just any. Take the blood prep. Get a bloodworm. The bloodworm is distinct hits, unfortunately. We might already be dead. Play out the bloodworm. Gonna have to use risk against the golem. Spawning another enemy on the board. There's your extra armor. I think I'm dead. We got a lot of negative HP on the golem, but because near the end I needed to stun it so many times to actually buy turns. Man. The two pillars leaving our deck and then not being able to return is really rough, as it turns out. We needed that, as it turns out. Maybe I just needed more resummons available. I didn't really think about the limitation of the amount of access to my creatures I was going to be able to have. Like, there's straight up nothing I can do here. 25 HP, 25 HP, 25 HP. Well. Boy. Give him some health. What type of flute do you have? It was the negative 50% damage for everyone for this turn flute. We tooted that flute a little earlier on in that fight, unfortunately. Can potions heal the golem? Oh, that's a great question. I didn't think they could, but maybe they could have. Because it says you cannot heal, but it might have been me cannot heal. I mean, the golems were capable of healing themselves, but we also know that healing effects out of that were capable because we had the full heal at the end of the battle. I'm not entirely certain. That would have been interesting to test in that position.